Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of City Hall Live. And today we have a special guest, as you can see, Lieutenant Sean Strahan from the Santa Fe Police Department. How are you doing today, sir?
Good.
Thanks for coming on today.
No problem.
So, Lieutenant's here today. We're here to talk about holiday safety, right? Primarily about when you're out and about shopping in the hustle and bustle. I know we only have a few more days till Christmas is coming up, but these are the busiest days, right?
Yes. Last minute shoppers.
And so, what would be your top 3 tips, holiday safety tips for the holiday shoppers out there?
Well, top 3 would be, for one, don't shop alone because thieves actually watch for that. So make sure that you shop with a friend. 2, don't leave gifts in your vehicle that are in plain sight. Never do that. Try and secure them in your trunk if at all possible. If you need to make a couple trips, make a couple trips. Don't do that. And be very aware of your surroundings in the parking lots. There are people watching you. Thank God this year we haven't had a really bad problem, but there are people that are in the parking lots that will, do snatch and grab straight from you. Like putting packages on top of cars or purses or anything that you're carrying when you're unlocking your car. They watch for that and they'll go and quickly grab that and run. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But, and I know this year, we were talking before, this year things have been...
It's been pretty good.
Right.
We've been very, very lucky. We've had some bait cars out there with presents, and I think the criminals know that, and they've been a little bit more wary of trying to go in and steal from the cars.
Have the bait cars been activated, do you know, or can you tell us? Or
Yeah, there are bait cars out there.
Yeah, but,
yes.
but have anybody have there got any hooks, I guess you would say?
Yes.
They have?
Yeah. And then, of course, we do the bait operations with the presents in the cars.
Yeah.
So, yes, we have noticed some people that have thought about it and changed their mind, because there are officers out there in the parking lots, whether you see them or not.
And there's cameras inside the vehicles.
There are. So be wary, thieves. We're watching you.
Well, I bet you I know that there's been quite. We were talking about the glitter bomb package, or a glitter package. It wasn't a bomb. It's just a glitter explosion that happens when they open it up. But to watch something like that, to see the up and comings, them getting their up and comings right away. I'm imagining when a bait car is hooked, that's probably a very, I would say it's a treat, right? Because you get to see reaction to somebody that's up to no good that doesn't realize that it's a bait car, right?
Yeah, it's instant justice, and to see the look on their face, because it is recorded. It's evidence, and you see that, and just the look on their face is precious.
And we've seen these on the news where we've seen guys during the summertime, right? Because they put them out, and I know in Albuquerque they put them around Cottonwood Mall or whatever. They put the cars out there to go on a joyride or something, and then you see they actually let them go and drive, and then all of a sudden they realize they're in a bait car. It's just too late to even turn back and say, whatever. So, well, that's really what an innovative idea. What a simple thinking idea, but technology allowing you to do something like that in today's world. But it's good to know that there's things like that out there to deter people from maybe taking a second thought of going out and doing something like that.
Yep.
Now getting back to the holiday safety. So when you're out shopping, be aware of your surroundings. Park in a well-lit area, those type of things. Make sure your car's locked.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing.
And people get distracted and they forget that. So
yeah. Oh, and they also get distracted by leaving stuff on top of their cars too, right?
They
Just
do.
Driving off. That has nothing to do with But let's talk about the home. Let's talk about home safety. What can people do to deter that don't have alarms? That to deter people from trying to break in their homes.
Sure. Well, one thing, the best thing that we try and teach people for neighborhood watch is just be aware of who belongs in your neighborhood. If you see somebody suspicious that, a vehicle or somebody walking on the sidewalk that you do not recognize, it's okay to call the police department and we will go check them out and see if they belong there. That's perfectly fine. So look out for your neighbors, for one. 2, cut back weeds so there's not places where people can hide. Make sure you lock your door. We have a lot of no force entry burglaries.
Oh, wow.
Where people just don't lock their door. They just leave their door open. let's see.
What about I always tend to, my wife always makes fun of me, but I like to leave my radio on when we go away. We have a dog, but just to make it seem like there's somebody there, it kind of gives them some doubt, right? If it's just completely quiet, things like that. Another thing is, I don't know if this would be a good one, you can tell me, is my wife likes to leave the shades open to show off our Christmas tree to the neighbors and stuff.
No, don't do that.
And I'm like, we can't be doing that stuff because all we're doing is advertising that we're celebrating Christmas in this house.
Yeah.
And it's just inviting people to come in and take stuff.
No offense to your wife, but no, that is not a good idea.
Yes, well, I can tell her they're saying it's not a good idea. I'm not the crazy one.
Yeah, because they are looking in the windows and they're saying if they don't see any movement after a while, they're going to say, it's unoccupied.
Well, here's a question. What about package theft? I mean, is there anything people can do about that? It's like, they have the new Ring system, right? The videotapes it. I mean, that helps a little bit, right? But I mean, is it just really just having good planning on when the package is going to be there, or having someone there? Yeah,
and most of the companies like Amazon, you can sign up where you get notifications exactly where the package is, so you know exactly when it gets delivered. And another thing that we suggest is, if it's okay with your workplace, have the gifts delivered to your place of work.
Okay.
And then you just take it home. So you're there during the day. It's going to get to you, and then you can just take it home after.
That's a great idea. That's a great. I know Amazon has this new thing where now it's called Amazon Locker.
Yes.
Where they actually deliver it to a locker. So that's a really good idea. I know that people, it's frustrating, right? When I'm sure when they're calling you guys up, they're not in the best of moods, right? Because something has happened as far as when it comes to theft or something like that. So it's not a good thing. But it's good to hear that things are down here at the city. That things are calmer than they have been in the past. So. Good job.
Thank you.
Right?
It wasn't me, it was my guys out on the street, but yes, we're very happy.
No, that's great. A number, if someone who would they call for a non-emergency number, right? Because our break-ins, are those considered 911, or would that be more of a non-emergency type thing? What would you suggest?
If it's something that's occurring right now, yes, 911 is appropriate.
Okay.
So it's immediate threat to life or property is what 911 is for.
Okay.
Non-emergency, you can call 955-5080.
Okay. All right. Great. Also, what about being courteous to drivers out in the street and being, as far as getting out there and parking spaces, things like that? What do you guys say to folks like that? Where there might be a little bit of, I don't know if it's called road rage or just be road annoyance or whatnot, right? Courtesy, right? It's the best policy.
It is, and it's funny that you brought that up, because I was going to bring it up today, because on the way here I was seeing a lot of it. People have short tempers right now. It's the holidays that we're coming up on it really quick, and people are upset. Just take a minute, take a deep breath, calm down, don't tailgate, don't try and beat somebody into that parking space. It's not worth it. It's not worth the crash. It's not worth somebody who's violent and you come into confrontation with them. It's not worth it. Just take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. It'll just be an extra 2 minutes. No big deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the movies, right? Everyone thinks that life sometimes plays out like a movie, but there are real life consequences to the things that might happen.
There are.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's good. Great advice. Well, thank you, Lieutenant, for coming on today. Really appreciate it. I know you're busy, and I appreciate you coming on and sharing some tips for the folks out there. So,
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and be safe.
Yeah, thank you very much. Folks, just want to welcome you here to the Community Gallery. We film here every week. Great exhibition going on over here. You got to come check it out. A great show. I don't know if they call it an exhibition, but a great show. Come on down, check it out. It's a great place, and it's good to bring the kids out here to appreciate some art too as well. But folks, this is our last show of the year. Want to thank everybody that's involved, Adrian, Christina, Matt Ross too, our boss. And I want to thank you folks also for watching. Folks, have a safe holiday. Have a great holiday. Adios.